just sort of a bit of a tutorial on Minecraft. A bit of a weird choice, I know. Not usually a Minecraft person, but I do get a bit creative. Should have started this a bit sooner than anticipated, but didn't quite realise how big, let alone how good this was going to start looking. As you can see, we have done a hell of a lot already. Yeah. Just so those that do decide that they want to sort of copy this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wide there. From the outside of that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 of those wide. As you can see, there's always gap of 3 and pillar of 2. I think the only ones that have a single pillar is this corner one and this one here. So these two, that's the only ones that are one singular bit. There is a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 between the torches. Obviously this end one, there's a slightly bigger gap, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's the same again, 6, but you do not put one there, and then you just match it up on the corner here, going backwards. Give you a small view of the stairs, so that obviously if you do look at what we have done and decide that you do want to do it, that's the side view of the stairs. And the stairs gap is roughly 1 wide of this. That's an overview of what we've done in the middle, and then obviously underneath we've done the few pillars here. Is there a bigger gap there? Yeah, there is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3. Well, why have I randomly done a 4 in the middle there? Doesn't look too bad, to be fair. You can, just for those that do this, if you, the idea is this is the centerpiece. This lines up the middle of that building. So everything you do on that side, you just copy on that side. Just thought we'd be a bit different. My mate decided. Big shout out to Crazy Poison and to Stars, who have both put a monumental amount of help into it. Stars was helping me for about 6 hours in late last night into the early hours of this morning. I still haven't been to sleep, weirdly. But you can copy all of that pattern over this side. You don't have to do them as the exact same, but I sort of tend to do an entrance like that, then raise it by 2. As you can see, that's what a singular looks like. It's way too low. Looks a bit silly. So I do need to raise that up at some point. Just not yet. And you don't have to leave that bit white. You can turn it to grass or change another colour, whatever you like. And same with the flowers. You can do the flowers whatever colours you like, really. Doesn't really matter. But this is the colour theme I've gone with. You can change the colour theme up as much as you like. And that's the stairs. I'd have to give you a count for that as well, actually, wouldn't I? So that would be 1, 2. Obviously, you go in 2s. So 2s from that wall. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those to do. And it's a go of about 4. And 4 again. That's the design I went for in that corner. You don't have to do those water features. You could leave it completely blank if you wanted to, or do your own little pattern in there. That's the pattern for this bit. So the white bit in the middle would be 1, 2, 3, 4 across. And then obviously with this corner bit, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 across, 5 down. And that's the pattern I've went for. Doesn't have to be the same pattern. You go with whatever pattern you want. Same there. I've done this. Obviously, that would go down with that, but for some reason, that back wall there doesn't match with that one. Don't quite understand how, but it doesn't. It's possibly messed up. Is that smaller than that? So there's a gap of 1, 2, 3 there on the outer part. I bet that's a 4, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. That's weird. That is very weird. 3 there and 3 there. And they don't match up. But on that side. So it's the same on that side. No. See, that is weird. I don't get that. Have I made a mistake somewhere? That's all the same. Does that match up in the middle of those two? Yeah. And that matches up in the middle of those two. I don't get how that don't match up. That is very weird. Ah. I see why. Because that is meant to be. Oh, that's going to screw the top of that up. I'm going to have to fix that later. But that is something you will find. You will find that there will be problems and you have to go back and fix them. Which is rather annoying. I can do the blue plane now. Actually, I can do that from inside, can't I? Do it there. Which means, technically speaking, I can open that to a 3. Which means it... Oh. Why did I do that? I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. There's always errors that you'll go back when you're doing free play and end up fixing them. Do the same on that side. But these are problems you always find and you always have to go back and fix. It is rather annoying, I know, but the tutorial, well, I say tutorial guide. It's not so much a tutorial, because tutorial I would have started right from the bloody beginning. I showed you how to do it from the beginning. I've got to remove all of that as well. Oh my days. This is where it's always good to catch these early on, otherwise you've got to go back, wreck everything, and go and do it all over again. Fix that from the outside. Right, so we're removing that, putting that in. Right, where's my white pane of glass? Got some of that in there. Get rid of this for a minute. Some bits we'll sort of, you wouldn't need to worry about looking at so for the moment, because we're still in the process of sort of putting everything together. Bits that we have put together, so I'd have to go back and explain half of it to you, which is kind of frustrating because we have done a monumental build here on a very large scale. You can probably imagine. Right now, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that all looks good now. Now I've just got to sort the roof. So that's got to go, that's got to go. So we've got one of them there. That's got to extend around the corner now, isn't it? Quite an easy fix, to be fair. I have to get Start to fix the other one when he comes on later. All the way around. And squeeze up and the controller's died. There we go, apologies about that, just a bit of a dying controller. Oh, bugger. Oh, that bush is in the way. Oh, I can't get to it from there. I have to remove that. Go like that. That branch leaf a bit will grow back. Screw it. That's going to mess up the top shape of this building. Ugh. Frustrating. Thankfully, I haven't got to do too much in terms of changing things. It's just moving some stuff. So that flag can be moved. That needs to be moved. So does that. Frustratingly. And that needs to be moved. Maybe one there, one there, one there, one there. And you'll probably end up getting a count from this anyway, because you're seeing me do repairs. Here we go, that's that sorted. Which looks alright now. Why is that tree not grown yet? Yeah, it did plant it. So why is it not grown yet? What one's up there? Is that grown? Yeah, they've all grown. Good. That's actually starting to look really good now. And give you an idea of the sort of water feature I put together. I'm not particularly 100% happy with it, but I think it'll do for the moment. I've got a few more bits that I've got to add in. I've got to do another little bit up there, but we will get to that. That's the sort of pattern we've gone for on the front. Just thinks it gives it a little bit more shape. Otherwise, it would have just been flat walled like that. And I don't like flat walls. Same as this bit. Looks like a bit of a spaceship. So that's the pattern we've gone for on the roof. Same thing there. We've sort of doubled up. The stairs courts there on top, and then it's a single slab for that one. Single slab for that one. So all the roof mostly is done with single slab and blue concrete is what we've done it with. We've gone for that sort of design on top. To give you an idea of the pattern, you may have to sort of pause it a little bit just to sort of catch it, because I am moving quite quickly, because there is still loads of this build to go through. We've gone through this sort of shape on top. We are going to add some flags and stuff into that, but we will get to that when we get to it. The plan is to have like a big square garden bit going through the middle with a little bridge that goes across. It might even be a double bridge, I don't know yet. We haven't quite got to that bit. This is kind of gone from a small sort of mansion build to a build on a mammoth proportion. Windows on the top, just so you know, so it'll be a single column there. You get an idea of what it looks like to get to the front. That's the front design we've gone to. You can see quite well see the pattern from the door, or the front of the building, should I say, or the planes of glass, should I say. This is the sort of design we've got it. We've only done those pillars down the side just purely because it gives you a bit of extra colour. Otherwise it'd be a bit boring with it just being grey. These lanterns, it is a steel fence pile. So when you place it, it'll only place a single one, and then it's a sea lantern for that. For the trees, we've gone just a plain oak tree. I think they look better. Some of them do grow quite bigly. Who on earth uses the word bigly? So you can see there, that one's quite a massive tree there, which is a bit out of proportion to the rest of them. So you can go around and cut them down and trim them down, make them a little bit more better proportion with everything else. But best bit for me to do really is to do that at the end. So you can see with that one, that's quite a big tree, and that needs a bit more cutting down. You're just seeing the size of that one on the top that I'm pointing at now. That bit was huge. So yeah, I had to go back and trim that down, unfortunately. A little bit of a extra pattern there. So this pattern here, or this little bit that I've done here, that will eventually be copied this side. So you can see, like with the stairs, we've copied the stairs both sides. Everything just looks in proportion. It looks good. So I'll zoom out so you can get one more look at the front before we go to the chaos at the back. The back is a bit chaotic at the moment. It's just planning things in really at the moment. Yeah, don't worry about these bits there. They were just sort of like plans for the roof. So we may plan at some point to add little bits in like this. This was the original pattern that we were going for with the roof, so you can see what we've done with the flags. They will be added in at some point, and we will get rid of all of that stuff because there's more stuff going around that bit. Then there's loads of bits going down there. I've got to get someone to demolish all of that at some point because we're doing a big massive stream in there, and then eventually that stream will come around the back, and we'll have some sort of pier out here where we're going to build loads of boats. So as you can see, we followed this all the way around, so that pattern of quite simply follow around there. I will say though, getting the roof to match up on this side can be a bit tedious. As you can see, some of that's not quite matching up, but that's sky view from there. I've got it to match up as best as I possibly can, but it's not quite fully straight, but it looks weird. I missed bits. I've missed something here. I think it's not quite right, which I need to fix now before I move on. Bear with me. So that's 3 out. Yeah, that's right. No, it goes all the way back. Yeah, I see the mistake. Fix that now before we continue, or I will forget and I will end up coming back to it and it will drive me nuts. Right, so it comes back on and then it just goes from there. I'm not going to lie, this has taken some time to do. Apologise about the quietness there. I was just sort of concentrating, trying to figure it out, because the last thing I need is more mistakes. Just, you got to be cautious with that sort of stuff, because it is very, very irritating when stuff doesn't quite come together. So I'll give you sort of a count of how wide this bit is, just so you can get an idea. So that's 1, 2, 3. way too quick there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 there. So it may be a bit tedious to get that to go together. There is a count with the pillars as well. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 between, I believe. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So it's a count of 7 between them. I think the middle one is a little bit off count, purely because you've got 3 that side, 3 that side, so that one's just sort of sitting in the middle of them all. And then the main front bit, someone's knocking stuff out here. Fill that in so that it's filled in. Not quite sure what we're going to do underneath there. I've got to do something about that. So it might be that. Yeah, I might have to do that all the way underneath there, which lowers this floor bit. Not quite what I wanted to do, but there's not a lot I can do about that really, which is rather annoying. Right, if I bring that all the way down as a wall, I could do. Yeah, I've got the plan. I've got the man. I am the man with the master plan. I am the man. I love doing this. I'm getting too good at it. I can't get too far ahead of myself. I actually thought it was useless when I was about to start doing this, but this is gradually sort of plan we're going with around the side. I'm not quite sure if it's totally going to go like that. I do feel as though there's too big a gap between all of this. I'm not 100% sure yet, but this is the sort of plan we're going with. This is what I started to do, just as a sort of rough idea. We can buffer bits out and change it as we go. So as you can see, just so you can get a rough count of where we've gone from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 there. And I wouldn't even dare count this bit back yet, but I'm going to have to at some point. You'll be able to match most of it up with the opposite side, because I've got to repeat it the opposite side anyway. So I've got to do a count to figure it out. Because I could do it a lazy way, but I'm not going to. And the opposite side should pretty much match up anyway with this side anyway. So once I show you how to do it, the opposite side with the counting, so I'm going to have to count to do it. Then I'll show you what you can do to match it up. Because what I really intend to do anyway would just literally be drag it a bar across here, use grade to go across. Once I've sort of got my line to the back line, then I'll drag it all the way across, and then I'll do my count from this side and count it across and figure out where I'm going with it. I know that's gonna go like that all the way there. Those in, so a bit of white stairs. So at the moment I'm just sort of before the lads come back on. Just putting together something that we can work with later. So I'm putting it all together now while they sleep. I probably will get some sleep soon as well. I've got a meeting in a while. Yeah, got ages. So yeah, it's just trying to figure out what I'm doing. I know the idea is to have like a big, massive sort of balcony here, and then do a set of stairs that come down to this bit. So there is going to be 2 sections that come across this bit. So as you can see, the idea is it to go down to that first level, and then to drop again to this level, and then drop again to this level. That's the plan, which I think is going to look incredible once it's done. But it's getting it done. That's the frustratingly tough bit. Right. What I'm going to do now is fill up these white concrete bits and bring them up the side of the house. It's not right, we're going to go backwards all the way. Right, am I going to go through the middle of here? No. I want to mark it so I know. That's the line. Screw it, we're going to do all of this, because a whole lot of this is going to have to go across anyway. Get the inside filled up as well. And then we've got to figure what we're going to do inside the bloody place. I've got a few ideas, but interior is not my strong suit. I'm not going to lie. It's not my strong suit, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. We will see what we do. But, yeah. But if anybody does see the video and does enjoy it and has any suggestions, please do message and let me know what you think. Any ideas you can think of to do. Wow, I never actually looked at that. That looks incredible actually underneath. Actually, it was pretty sick. It's like a little race track. It's quite weird. Strange what happens when you weirdly put things together that actually look sick when you look up at them. As you can tell, a lot of this takes quite a while. That's not an issue. Yeah. So obviously main initial setup to the actual build does take quite a while. Me and Crazy Poison, we managed to do it in about a day. It took us about a day to put the main parts, the first initial parts together. But you got to remember, we're messing about with it. Obviously you're going to be following instructions and trying to sort of copy, so you've got to sort of look back and forth just to make sure you're doing it right. So that may take you a bit of time, but all in all it's not too difficult because we're not using too many colours. It's quite plain and simple for the time being, at least anyway. So at the moment I'm just using white quartz. Quite a simple, easy thing. And it does give you a lot of options of different styles of brick and stuff to use, but hindsight, when it comes to specific items like lights for instance, it doesn't really give you too much in choice of colour or style to have it. Obviously you don't want to be like Sims, obviously, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more choice. That's that bit done. Let's see where we go with all of this bit. So it does, as I said, takes a bit of time to do all this stuff. Glad I'm doing it now rather than doing it later. Otherwise it would have taken forever. Just so I can get the grass area in the middle, so it sort of flattens everything out, so there's not as much work to do later when there's two of us copying. This is sort of a one-man job anyway. Obviously it'd be done a lot faster if you've got 2-3 of you doing it, but yeah. But there will be other bits that I will build to this, so those that want to see how it's done, please like, subscribe, follow, follow. That way you'll know when I'm uploading the video on Minecraft. But I don't just do Minecraft, I do a lot of FIFA and a lot of Call of Duty as well. They are my main two games. But I just fancied a bit of a change. Thought I'd come back to a bit of Minecraft, because I have done some builds in the past. Not quite on this scale, but I have done some builds, not tutorials. I sort of started where everybody else did. Following other people's tutorials, guides, learning how to do it all, and just decided randomly I wanted to start this one. If it was me doing it on my own, I probably would have started and given up a little bit further into it, but I've got a couple of lads helping out, a couple of others that might be interested in helping, so this could go on to be a big monumental thing that I will try and broadcast as much of it and record as much of it as I can, so that obviously I can upload and show you guys how to do this stuff. You know what it's like when you see builds like this and people just don't do tutorials to it, just that you can sort of make your own version of it. It's a bit frustrating, hence why I thought I'd start broadcasting. As I said, I should have done it a little bit sooner, but as I said, I didn't quite realise how much this was going to take off, let alone how big it was going to be or how good it was going to be. It was just going to be some bland castle that had a few windows on it and looked a bit silly, or a bland mansion that had a few windows on it and looked a bit silly. But as you can see, we've kind of gone a bit OTT and taken it to a whole new level. So as we progress, there is lots of bits that we may change, there's bits that we might add. There's loads of different things you can do to it, and as I said, any suggestions on things that you might do, or if you end up copying it and there's things that you do, please just send us a picture and let us see what you've done. If it's something you think that might be good for this, then we'll add it. We'll see what you got. Might be good. I know there's thoughts of a jacuzzi. I've been asked to put a helipad in. The idea of a helipad would be cool, but my God, on a thing like this, where the hell do you put it? No, that's not to that pillar, is it? So we are now level with this side, which means I can start going to the outside bits. Now is where you see the length. because this is going to take forever to go all the way back to the other side. As you can quite well see, and there is quite a bit of white in this, as you can quite see as well. Wow, that is one hell of a distance. Raise that up slightly so I'm not too far off being level with it. Just hope I don't knock on that wall actually. Just realised that. No, it's cleared it, good. Go to about there. Take that all the way across. Looks like a bit of a plan. I've done this before. Obviously I don't want to go in those spots that I don't want to be going into. Ooh, nowhere near. Nowhere near yet. Keep it going. Obviously you don't have to follow it. If you've got your own technique and you know faster ways to do it, then do it your own way if you want to, but this is the fastest way I know of doing it. Just got a little bit too far out, but that is not an issue because it may end up coming that far out anyway. Actually, it will be coming out further actually because there's the stairs that goes in, plus obviously the new buildings that will be coming out around this bit. Ooh, well, okay, I've done all of that bit. There. Let's get that gap filled in. Let's fill all those gap in first. There. So what I usually do is do that. Just turn like that. Just quickly do this bit, otherwise it's going to keep irritating me having to go around, stop, and then go and reset myself on that bit. So, we're almost there on this bit. As you can see, there is a hell of a lot of white blocks you have to put in for this. It's incredible how big this is starting to become, but unfortunately, it's one of those tedious jobs you have to do. Unfortunately. Much as it pains me to have to do it, but someone has to. And if I end up getting one of the other lads to do it, they will get very bored very quickly because it irritates the hell out of them. They like to be able to design and properly build the stuff. So we've got one that is very creative and imaginative, but he just finds it difficult actually putting that imagination into play. Whereas if I'm a little bit more creative, I like to mess about with things and see what I can do with them. And I'm more, I have ideas, but I struggle putting them into play. But when people put really good ideas in my head, I can put them into play and I can create wonderful pieces. So a lot of this creation is my idea. But as I said, I've got a lot of help from Crazy Poison and Star, who have helped a hell of a lot. Star's been a lot of help because he's been very creative on some of the stuff he's done. Crazy's been quite helpful in quite a few bits he's done, but he's been very helpful in putting a lot of it together. So the initial part, or the initial build with most of that main wall at the front part, is a lot of his help, so big shout out to him. And obviously Star has been a massive help in the main building, massive help. So it's always better to do it with two, because obviously having that split bit down the middle, one of you can work on one side, or you can both work on the one side and both help each other sort of come up with a few ideas and then just duplicate that stuff on the opposite side. But I mean, if you've got one of you that's more of the creative person, they can work on one side, play about with a few ideas. The other one can sort of see whether they like it and input some of their own stuff into it. And once you've obviously got something you like, you just duplicate again. It's always nice to have sort of two of you, because in that way you can sort of look at what you're doing and figure out what you're going to do with it, really. Wonderful, that bit's almost done. But there is still a hell of a lot more quartz to put in, unfortunately. I always fail to remember how much quartz there is to put in, but there is loads. And there will be points that I probably will say I regret doing this build. Too big, but it's not. It's not too big, it's mammothly too big, if that's a word. This thing is ginormous. This is where I was saying to my friend Star, or Nathan as he is called, that this has gone way past sort of like expert level. This is just going to a whole new scale. Well, actually, no, it's not like expert scale. I've seen some people on computer who have done ginormous, mammoth builds. Ridiculous stuff that they've built on there. So I did try to download some of it, but obviously it puts you onto that weird app on the computer, which gives you loads of other tools where you can duplicate things very quickly. So computer version is a lot better, because you can do that stuff. But most of us are on the console, so it becomes very difficult to get hold of that stuff, unless you're Xbox. Sorry. Yeah, crack on. I'm going to put a heater on. I forgot it was in here. Huh? You bang the kettle on for me as well. That's that way. Plug the heater in. Just get a bit of warmth in here. It's a very cold time of the year. Yeah, you're warm. But I bet you feel cold. Yeah, you will. You are ill. Behind the curtain. Wally. is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But once it's all in it, it'll actually start bringing the majority of the building to shape. As I said, I'm planning things out at the minute, just figuring out what we're gonna do. It just makes it easier for the other lads when they come on, just to see what I've done. Gives them a vision of what I've done. Then at the same time, they can then start coming out with their ideas and then implementing it. So it's like on the front where the stairs, where that was all Star's idea, not mine. Star's. I had the idea of the balcony, not the stairs. I do tend to get it done relatively quite quickly, but please feel free to skip forward if you wish to. You can see this quartz bit, it's sort of like a platform for the rest of the build. So if you really need to, then please feel free to make a massive platform of quartz if you've got the time to do that, and if you can be bothered to do that, because it's not the most enjoyable part, I'm not going to lie. And it does tend to hurt your finger a little bit after a while. Show one sec for you. Oh, that gave me shivers when I felt that warmth. Wow. The majority bit is in. Let's keep that bit going across so that we've got I'm going to use that one purely because that's the bit that's going to go. go, that's that in. And now we continue with the white quartz from that end to that end. This is a mammoth build. And it's going to take a while to fill this in with quartz, unfortunately. Green in a second, perfect. Doing sections. I like the idea of sections. And I nearly scuffed that bit out. Back that way. Long way over. Make myself a cup of coffee in a second, I think. Might have to take a quick break in a minute and just check my FIFA, but I will come back with another broadcast, the same stuff. Might even do a little bit more of the actual quartz floor first and then come back with a video possibly a bit later. But I thought I'd show people just sort of like the start of this build. So people can see what they think of it, see if it's something they want to come back to see. There will be plenty more being done to this build, don't you worry about that. Finish this little bit off quickly. Some packs to open in a minute. So I might as well make a coffee, go to the toilet, open my packs, then come back and finish the quartz off. I don't know why I did that. Almost there. This one, it'll be 2 more runs, one up to that end and then one back. But caught on the wall. Right, so far we've got all of that bit done. So it extends like that, actually looks alright like that. And now it's just extending it up to the back. That side's already done. rush over there and have a little quick look-sees. Quite good down that side, and what about from that bit? Yeah, that looks okay. That means I've got enough room to do my staircase. So I could come up a little bit, and then it could work. So you might have to come up into the middle section and then spread backwards, so you might need a little bit of a between that and the wall. Come back a little bit more. That would be. Okay, one there. This could work, yeah, I like the idea, could work. Starting to take shape, this whole place. My golly. One platform area done. Go to about there. Now this here will continue. Yeah. Of course, continue to the wall there. So, obviously you'll get these levels when you put all the windows and stuff like that in. Once they're in, your levels are set. And your height dimension to be the same on each floor, which makes it a bit easier. And it's frustrating bit now, because I know I've got to fill all of that out as well. But I've got 2 floors to do with that. It's the same thing again, it's whether I do it like that or not. And that'll be the second level. I'm saying, which I think I am. And obviously, that's third and final level, I believe, but it might be that we leave the top bit like that, because that might look quite cool and funky like that. We don't know yet, and I don't even know how big these sets of stairs are going to be. obviously on a mammoth scale. But on that note, I am going to finish it there, just so that you've obviously seen a brief build up to what we're doing. That's nothing on there. What is that? That's not meant to be there. Oh, that was my stupidity. Yes, I know what I did wrong there. I know what I did there. That was a bit silly of me to leave that there. I was not supposed to leave that there, but yeah, as I said, that is a look at pretty much what we've done so far. If you would like to know more on what we have done, or if there's any bits that I've missed and you're not quite sure how to do and you need to know how to do it, because you are basically copying what I'm doing, it's not an issue. I want people to copy. I want people to be able to have this on their own maps if they really want to do something this big, or they want to spend their time to do something this big. And if you want to come and join and help out and learn how to do this yourselves, then as I said, leave a comment in the message, or like, share, comment, follow. You'll know when I'm on. Leave a message in the comment section, and we shall chat, and hopefully we can get on at the same time and show you a thing or two and show you how to do it, or you can ask questions whilst I'm building, and I'm sure I will be happy to answer. If I don't, then I'm sure one of my boys will know the answer. But yes, that is it for now, and I will catch you all a bit later.